Hi, this is Kim. Kim Does Stuff, and today we're going to make instant oatmeal waffle iron cookies. And the difference between these and regular oatmeal cookies is that we're going to use instant oatmeal and a fucking waffle iron. So, in case you didn't catch that just from the title, which I may or may not remember to actually write in. So, we don't know. If you saw my last video, you know I didn't actually title it. So, there's a shit ton of ingredients for this. I've never actually done it, so I don't know how it's going to come out. I have a cheat sheet, I'm not going to lie, I totally do, just so I don't forget what I'm supposed to be putting in it. I don't actually like to measure, so you're going to see a lot of me eyeballing it. But it's cool. So anyways, it's going to be fine, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We don't know how it's going to come out. So at any rate, let's get started with the recipe. It calls for a lot of room temperature shit, which is stupid. So I just kind of cheated and I made my butter not quite room temperature, but fucking hot because I put it in the microwave. That's whatever. Who cares? Like the fucking waffle iron knows. So, anyways. So, you need a half cup of butter. I'm going to post this recipe on the bottom of the page. So, if you can't catch what I'm saying or I look retarded doing it, you can get it. Oh yeah. And then, alright, here's what we're supposed to do. We need a 1/4 cup sugar. So what I have here is a half cup. So a 1/4 cup's about a half of this. Well, it is actually a half of it. But I'm just gonna, okay, there we go. That looks about like a 1/4 cup to me. I don't care. Who fucking cares? Like, seriously, it's a motherfucking cookie. The only reason I'm even doing this recipe is my baby, who I bought this oatmeal for, hates it. So, I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with all this fucking oatmeal? I don't know. Turn it into cookies and maybe somebody else will eat it. I have no fucking idea. So, we'll see what happens. I can't even get this shit out of here because I'm holding something. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna have to get creative here to get this shit out because it's stuck. Alright, there we go. Alright, you need a half cup this. Which is actually the measuring cup I have, so I might actually measure something unless it's irritating, in which case I will just put however much I feel like it in there, because that's about how my cooking goes. Alrighty, that looks good to me. Alright, so once you put both of those in there, your brown sugar, that's brown sugar, you need a half cup brown sugar. Once you put both of them in there, and I fucked up my box, but whatever. You're supposed to beat them until they get creamy. So I'm going to use a fork because I don't know. And from what I hear, the longer you beat it, the more creamy it gets. I don't know about that. But you beat it as long as you like to. Just beat them together. I don't know. I'm sorry. That was a really bad joke.
It's hard for me not to laugh at this moment. I'm trying to hold it back over here.
Alright, so it's actually not getting very creamy, but just mix them together, man. I don't know why it said beat it till it gets creamy. So that was actually in the recipe. I'm gonna post the recipe for everyone to see. Okay. Anyways. So, after the, I mean, they seem pretty mixed to me. It's not creamy, but, okay, it's mixed. So, anyways, after that, you're going to add your egg. Alright, the butter and the eggs are supposed to be room temperature. I think my egg is, I don't know, it's at a decent temperature, so doesn't seem hot. So 1 egg plus a tablespoon of milk. I'm not measuring out this tablespoon. I'm just gonna do a splash of milk in here. Wait, another splash too. That looks like a tablespoon too. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna beat it again. Because beating it never gets old. So that's basically all of our liquid ingredients for this. I know it seems like a lot, but if you have old fucking packets of oatmeal, man, you should use them for something. Why just throw them away? I mean, try to make some cookies. Even if your kids won't eat it, eat the actual oatmeal, they'll probably eat it in a fucking cookie. Who doesn't like a cookie? So, anyways, alright, so that's, alright, now in a separate bowl, mix up your, kinda looks like shit, but anyways, in a separate bowl, you want your dry ingredients. So you have 6 packages of instant oatmeal. I have the generic kind because, as you know, if you watched my last video, I don't give a shit. Name brand is whatever. It costs more, but my baby probably still won't eat it. So I got a whole bunch of generic oatmeal here. Six packages. I'm gonna mix these with all my other shit. I'm using the maple and brown sugar flavor. You can mix and match. You can use whatever you have, seriously. You can do blueberry or apple cinnamon, whatever you have. Just mix them all together because can't go wrong with oatmeal, and according to this recipe, it works. So then we need a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, according to my cheat sheet here. Yeah. So for me, that's gonna look like a little tiny bit in my hand. For you, that might actually look like a motherfucking 1/4 teaspoon. I don't know. If you have the shit to do it. Or the patience. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So I have baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon. That's going to be more than I just did of that. So there we go. That looks like good. And 1 cup of flour. This I'm actually going to measure. And yeah, I got my sweet Snyder's thing that I keep my flour in. Well, I'm sort of going to measure it. I'm not going to do it like right, but right, there we go. It's a cup of flour. There we go. So that's fucking good. And then I'm going to mix all that shit up. We got everything so far. Actually, that is everything. Mix up your dry ingredients, and then seems pretty mixed to me. Then we're gonna add it over here. Just checking my cheat sheet. I didn't forget anything. So then we're gonna add it over here. That's everything we can add. I'm using the fork that I use to stir my wet ingredients to mix the dry ingredients in. You know, some people are way more anal about their cooking. I'm cooking for kids. They're actually not. I mean, they're picky, but shit. They don't know. They pick their boogers and eat them for lunch. So, not for lunch, but, you know. Oh, it actually smells really good. Oh, it smells really, really good. It has raw egg in it, so don't eat it at this point, because if you get salmonella, you're not blaming it on my video. Alrighty, so it's all mixed up. Yes. And biggest thing ever, non-stick spray. You know what I feel about this? If you watch my last video, you know. Shit sticks to your fucking thing, you're gonna be pissed. So don't forget the non-stick. Lube it up real good. Don't go in there dry. Nobody likes that. It's a thing. Seriously, don't do it. And according to the directions, you're supposed to make balls, but the directions aren't for a waffle iron. I'm actually modifying this recipe for my own purposes and putting them on a waffle iron. So just make your balls. And they get a little sticky when you rub them, but you know, just it's okay. Just keep rubbing, make them into a ball, and then stick them on your hot greased pan, waffle iron pan. Alrighty, close that shit down. Now cookies, you don't get as much time as you get for other things. Don't go pee or anything. Don't go do anything because cookies are fast. Cookies are real fast. Grab yourself a plate. I'm just gonna grab this plate. And seriously, because in the oven at 350, these would be done in 8 or 9 minutes, which means in a waffle iron, they're gonna be done like almost immediately. My hands are still wet, but they're gonna be done really, really fast. They're almost done already. So you don't want to fuck around with that. And you don't want burnt cookies. Who wants to eat a fucking burnt cookie? Well, you probably got time to like take a sip of your beer. I did. But yeah. And then let's see. Yep. Seriously, almost done. Like, this is so fast. They're browning.
I whiffed that. It smelled really good when you opened it.
It smells delicious. If you could smell it, it smells so good. It's like at fucking grandma's house.
Yeah.
With some fucking cookies
God, it's
baking.
still hanging around. It smells so good.
You know, clearly, if you're cooking a waffle iron, you're probably measuring like I am. So, you know, it's not grandma's house, but it'll do. Things are so close. I really want the egg to be cooked because there is a raw egg in here. You always want to be careful with the salmonella. It's like a little disclaimer. You don't want that. Also, never play with your waffle iron like while bathing. That would be danger because you don't want to do that. Don't put your hand on the hot surface. Okay, so my camera didn't quite work for the rest of my video, but here's what they look like when they're done. Everyone that has come downstairs has said the house smells amazing, and if you want to see just one here, I will show you. So they kind of sound like hockey pucks, but that's what they look like. Again, I'm going to post the recipe. And if you want to fucking try to make them, or, I mean, I'll post the recipe where you can do them on the stove too. And, you know, they might be less hockey puckish if you do it on the fucking stove. I'm not really fucking sure about that. But, you know, they actually don't taste bad. I don't know. They're pretty decent and they make your house smell nice. So, if you like them, have them. If not, I mean, just don't like make them. And anyways, so that's it for this time. Thanks. See you later.